Hey guys, welcome back to the Delasio Movie Guide Show. Where I'll be bringing you the latest news in the movie world. Not a lot today, except for this big giant Hulu Disney deal thing that just happened, and Benioff and why Star Wars thing got confirmed. Maleficent 2 trailer, an Aladdin clip happened, and I also have the latest box office numbers that the movies took in this weekend. I think first we're going to start off with this streaming device war that's apparently brewing within 2019 and going to be continuing forward. Disney recently just bought Fox, as you guys all know from all your social media apps and everybody else on the news. They acquired a lot of stuff, a lot of content, a lot of stuff from the Fox, the movies, their TV shows, their outlets, and etc., etc. Apparently, that included Hulu. Apparently, Comcast had sold their share to Disney for $5.8 billion, and when Disney bought Fox, Disney already owned 30% of Hulu. Fox owned 30%, and Comcast owned 30%. AT&T only owned 10%. So since they bought Fox and Comcast sold their share to Disney, it is officially now theirs. One or two things are going to happen. Now, Disney's coming out with their own streaming device, and later this year, November 12th, I believe it is. That's when they'll be dropping their streaming device, and it's going to have all the little kiddie stuff on there. Well, not all the kiddie stuff, but it's probably going to be more family-oriented streaming device. You know, you're going to have the Pixar, the Disney animation, anything Disney. You're going to have Star Wars on there. You're going to have Marvel on there. You're going to have everything. Now, they're also going to have a lot of adult content now since they bought Fox Studios, like Die Hard or anything else that's rated R. This is probably what's going to happen. Disney's going to keep their brand name, the nice family stuff, all the stuff the family can sit down and enjoy on the Disney platform. Now, for the adult stuff, where you're 18 and above, it'll probably be at the Find and Hulu. Like, they'll probably put, some adult show on Hulu instead of the Disney thing. And that's not last week, but the week before that. No. I'm sorry. Not my third episode, but my second episode, I talked about Ghost Rider getting his own TV show, and it's going on Hulu. And at the time, I didn't think about why it was going on Hulu. Now I know why. Ghost Rider is more of a dark Marvel character. He's also, and the character, their version of the using was Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s on ABC, and Disney owns ABC. So now that makes more sense. Disney has dark stuff, so they're just going to throw it on Hulu. They have kid-friendly stuff and somewhat family-friendly stuff. Disney streaming, Disney Plus. So that's what's probably going to happen with that. But with also that going on, NBC Universal, who has something to do with this as well, who has shows on Hulu, who has shows on Netflix. I think Comcast owns NBC, so when they sold their share, now NBC Universal is in a weird place now, where they actually have the right to keep licensing their content until 2024, and they also have the right to pull their programs in 2022, which means they're going to start pulling their programs off of Hulu. Because now, Comcast, now I know why. Comcast sold their share to Disney. It's because they're starting their own streaming device. Comcast owns NBC Universal, so they're starting their own streaming device. So shows like, when they expire, like shows like The Office, shows like Friends, or Parks and Recreation, which I think is on Netflix and I think is on Hulu, when their license is up and they're done having their show run NBC could just pull them off and put them on their streaming device. The shows are basically coming home. Is what Linda Yakiro? I probably messed up her name badly, but she's the chairman of advertising for NBC Universal. So that is just the beginning of what I've been seeing since Disney said they were going to make their own streaming device. There's going to be an all-out streaming war for the next probably 10 years. You know, you have Netflix, which is a multi-billion-dollar company at this point. You had Hulu, which now Disney owns. Disney is doing their own thing. And then apparently NBC Universal. More people are going to start, more companies are going to just start trying to do their own streaming device. It's going to, in the next 10 years, nobody will have a friggin' a fucking cable box in their house no more. Everyone's just going to have a router and a TV. There's going to be, none of this will exist anymore. I'm going to have to explain to my own damn kid what a cable box is, and he's going to call me crazy. That's how bad it's going to be. Because everyone's just doing streaming devices. It's easier, and, I mean, hell, even I don't even have cable. I just have Wi-Fi. I have Netflix, Hulu. I have anything I want to watch at just a click of a remote. And there's no more cable box. There's just a Wi-Fi router. So we're going to be seeing a lot more interesting stuff with the whole Netflix versus Disney, Disney versus Hulu. Well, not Disney versus Hulu, because it's the same damn thing now, apparently. This NBC Universal device. YouTube might even start. YouTube's already got their own premium shows. Amazon's already starting. You know, they got a few shows. I don't know how many shows YouTube has. I know they have that Cobra Kai thing that's going pretty damn well at the moment. It's going to be a lot of streaming devices. And a lot of people are going to be trying to figure out who's the best. And I think we know who's the best. And they haven't even dropped that thing yet. I think Disney's going to be, like, making more money than all of them. But that's about it on that one. What else can I give you guys today? We have brand new news, speaking of on the Disney. Nice little segue. Bob Iger, the chairman of Disney, just confirmed that Benioff and Weiss are now doing Star Wars. The next 3 movies after not Return of the Skywalker, after Rise of the Skywalker, the 3 movies that I did in my previous episodes I said were coming out, they are now confirmed that those movies, or the next movie that will be coming out that's not part of the Saga trilogy, will be Benioff and Weiss. And I think everyone knows what time period they're going to, because those guys write Games of Thrones. And if you have those guys writing for Star Wars, there's only one era of Star Wars where I would put those guys at, and that's Old Republic. And that's something we haven't seen before besides the books and the video games, and I really want to see that. 10,000 Jedi versus 10,000 Sith, and the beginning of the Jedi and the beginning of the Sith. I want to see all of that. I can't wait for that crap to happen. And he also said at some point, I think today or yesterday, that there is another streaming platform show coming, another Star Wars show, which we all know. You know, we already have The Mandalorian, which is being done by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and a whole bunch of other creative people. And then we have, what's his name? Diego Luna, the character from Rogue One, Cassian Andor. He's getting his own TV show, K2SO. So there's that. And then we have Benioff and Weiss and Star Wars. And more Disney transition. We also dropped a Maleficent 2 trailer. I like the first Maleficent. I like this new trailer. I like what I'm seeing there. It's seems more darker than the first one. A lot of people didn't like it, including my wife apparently, and I thought she was a Disney freak. She's staring at me from the couch, but who cares? She didn't like it, but I did. I kind of wanted to rewatch it after I saw this trailer, and I'm just a sucker for Angelina Jolie, because who isn't? But yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks a little darker. She's got like a Hela thing going on, looking like Cate Blanchett from Thor Ragnarok. It looks pretty good to me. Damn, we just mostly have Disney news today. It's all Disney. I'm just gonna stop calling it the Delasio the Movie Guy show. I'm just gonna call it Disney show, because apparently every news I bring you guys is Disney, 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 and oh well, guess what? Disney. Next bit of news I have is the Aladdin clip. I went on Twitter today, and I didn't realize how pissed off people can get about a fucking remake of a Disney movie. That's literally a fucking remake of a Disney movie. People are getting mad, and they were already mad from the start when you added Will Smith to it. But you know, if you had anybody else in that role, anybody was gonna be pissed. You know, if you just said tomorrow that, oh nope, we're recasting the genie and putting Liam Neeson, he will find you, and he will make you a wish. You guys announced him, you guys still be pissed. It doesn't matter. Every little remake that happens, you guys get pissed. And apparently y'all pissed today about some fucking clip that didn't even piss me off. Maybe because I haven't seen the original Aladdin, and maybe it's not dear to my heart as most of you guys. But you guys gotta chill, because you guys realize that you probably still have the... I bet you if I walk into your house and you're a big Disney fan, you still have that copy, don't you? You don't even have to go see this movie. You don't have to go see it at all, but you're still bitching and whining about it. Apparently, you guys didn't like, or not you guys, but some people didn't like the song that was in it. Apparently, it's a remake of the song, but there's more of a jazzy tune to it, more... that Will Smith was rapping in it, and you guys hated the shit out of it. I saw death threat comments to Disney, Aladdin, to Will Smith. There's a lot of crazy shit I saw on Twitter today. And next to the Game of Thrones thing, which I didn't understand it because I'd never seen Game of Thrones, and I hope to watch it one day. But this Aladdin thing, you guys were pissed. And I don't understand why. It looks like a fun little scene. There's colors going around. People are dressed in bright colors. There's animals. I saw an ostrich and an elephant. And he was singing / rapping. I didn't have any hatred for this movie whatsoever. I don't even know why everyone's shitting on it. It hasn't even come out yet. All we've seen is trailers and small clips. That's all we've seen. You haven't seen the movie as a content whole yet. And you guys are getting mad. But none of y'all getting mad about Lion King. I'm not even hating on Lion King. I'm there day one in the theater. I was watching Lion King all the time when I was little, and I'm going to see it now. But you don't see anybody getting mad about that. Maybe because I haven't showed you a clip yet. All we've seen is those 2 trailers, and you guys are like, oh my god, they have my money. You've seen a couple trailers from Aladdin and 2 or 3 clips, and you guys want to, like, hang Will Smith by his head. There's something wrong with you people. It's just a movie. Again, you have the original on DVD. Or depending on your choice, Blu-ray. But I digest. What else we got here? We got the last weekend's box office, this past weekend. Detective Pikachu came out, and it pulled in $57 million on its opening week. I don't know what it was opening day. I just know as a whole for a weekend, $57 million, which ain't bad. I want to see how it's going to keep doing, because Endgame's the only big movie out right now. And Endgame brought in another $46 million. So, sorry. Excuse me. They pulled in another $46 million. I don't even know how much money there is at this point. I know they beat not Avatar. They sunk Titanic, literally. I don't know if it's going to beat Avatar, but it might be getting there. I have to... tomorrow's episode, I'll probably look that up and probably tell you guys. What other movie? The Hustle brought in $10 million, which I just saw a preview for today. I actually kind of want to see it. It's Anne Hathaway, I think. Yeah, it's Anne Hathaway, and I don't know her name, but she's the chubby actress who's very funny, and it's not Melissa McCarthy. I like her though. I think she's in Pitch Perfect. She's the blonde one, and I don't remember her name, and I feel like such an ass for not knowing her name. But I want to see it. It looked funny. The Intruder looked interesting. I've seen bits and pieces of a trailer for that. That brought in $4 million. The Hustle brought in $10 million, sorry. And some movie called Palms brought in $4 million. I have no idea what idea that is either. But Detective Pikachu is very interesting. For $57 million, that ain't bad. And I've heard very good things about it. Apparently, if you're a fan of Pokemon, they do you service. They do you very good service with this movie. If you're a casual moviegoer, you're just going to enjoy it anyway, which I probably will. I dabbled with Pokemon when I was a kid. I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh person than Pokemon, but I remember a little bit of the characters. I don't really remember I remember the TV show. I watched a little bit of it. But if people are saying it's true, then this should be a really good movie, and that will probably seems like it's ending the whole curse of the video game franchise, unless, you guys are right about Sonic, and Sonic ends up being a shit pile, but I, again, don't think it is. And I'm still going to stand by my right about Sonic being okay with human teeth, and I'm still okay with Jim Carrey being Mr. Egghead. But yeah, it seems like it's ending the whole video curse thing. And if that's the case, again, that means the studio's going to start buying up video game properties left and right. Call of Duty here, Ghost Recon there. It's going to make a ton of movies into video games, probably. If Sonic does well, this is already doing well, so if Sonic does well, then it's just going to take off. And to segue into that, I got Chloe Grace Moretz. I've seen her in movies. I like her. She's been casted into the live-action Tom and Jerry. Why they're doing a live-action Tom and Jerry? I don't know. Why are they doing a live-action Sonic the Hedgehog? Hollywood's just running ideas and need to make money. So we're making a Tom and Jerry movie now. Because that worked out such a great time last time we were trying to turn a Cartoon Network show into a movie. Hashtag Scooby-Doo 2. I'm not going to hate on one because I like one. Hopefully it's not bad, and hopefully they actually... I was about to say, hopefully they keep it animated, but it's live action, so it's probably going to... I don't know how you're going to do that. I really don't. Until I see a trailer, I'm not sold on it. I'm really not sold on this whatsoever. I like the girl. I like Tom and Jerry. Am I sold on the movie yet? No. Not even sold. What else do I have here? Ryan Reynolds is going to be in a new movie that I already forgot the damn title of it, but the guy who directed Ragnarok's directing it, Taika Waititi. He's apparently it's a video game movie about a character who is actually a background character in a video game, and Ryan Reynolds is supposed to be in that character. And at this point, I will watch Ryan Reynolds drink gin and eat ice cream for $5 to go see it. To see this movie. I mean, he's on fire ever since Deadpool. I always liked him, but he's on fire ever since 2016. Ever since 2016, it's just been consistent. He's funny. Anything he does now, I'm gonna watch. And that was the same thing before, except for Green Lantern and IRPD. But forget those. He's a good actor. I want to see more movies from him, and I'm definitely gonna see this movie. I got no more movie news, guys, and it's only 18 minutes, and I'm sorry, but it was a short day on movie news. The only thing I can tell you is that I got slightly 2 movie reviews. We can talk about that if you like. I watched Fighting with My Family. I won it in a contest on shout out to my favorite podcasters, Collider, on Collider Live. You guys go subscribe to them. They're great. I watch them probably every day. It's like how my dad was. My dad watched Imus in the morning or Howard Stern. That's how it is to me. I called in and won a free Blu-ray, and it was Fighting with My Family. And if you guys haven't seen that movie, I suggest you do, especially if you're a WWE fan. I'm not one particularly. I don't like wrestling. I try to watch it. I had a buddy of mine that was very passionate about it. I try to watch it, and my fucking brain got just dull. I'm sorry, but I can't watch that. It's not that it's fake or anything. I mean, I'm glad they do what they do, and they're getting, people are getting paid for it, and there are fans that love it, and I'm glad they love it, but it's just not for me. But if you're a fan of them, if you're a fan of that little world, watch that movie. It's a very good movie. I was very entertained for about an hour and a half while my wife was dead asleep on the couch. She was snoring, and I turned up the TV ladder, but that doesn't matter. What matters is the movie was good. The Rock is in it. Vince Vaughn's in it. I love Vince Vaughn in it. It was he was funny as hell. Paige's story was very interesting. I'm not going to spoil anything if you guys have seen or not seen it, but it's just basically an underdog story. Of a girl growing up in a little small town in United Kingdom, and boom, being a star in the WWE, meeting The Rock and shitting her pants. Not literally, but I would be shitting my pants if I met him. He's a huge man. That's a very good movie, and I would definitely watch that. The story was very compelling and made me kind of want to do more of these. It was very inspiring. Now, I'm not going to be at WWE, but hopefully I'll be on Collider one day. Eh? Eh? No? Okay. It don't matter. Moving on. Extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile. I probably butchered the hell out of that title, but that's one fucked up movie. You guys know who Ted Bundy is? Go watch that movie. It's a fucked up movie. That is a very creepy motherfucker right there. I was looking in the eyes of a killer the whole time, and Zac Efron, who I thought dancing around with a basketball, made me believe he was a serial killer. He needs to be in more serious movies, maybe even action movies. I don't even care at this point. I'll watch anything with Zac Efron now, because that guy won me over with some movie a long time ago, and I can't remember the name of it. And then I saw Neighbors, and I saw Baywatch, even though a lot of people hated Baywatch. I loved Baywatch. I thought it was funny as shit. He was good in that too, and he's good as a serial killer, and I want to see him in more dramatic roles, hell, even action roles, like I just said before. That movie is very interesting. It doesn't do it, usually when you do serial killer movies or any kind of movie like that, you're looking through the eyes of that person who was committed or whatever. Total opposite. You were watching it basically through his girlfriend or fiance, whatever she was to Ted Bundy, Liz, what's her face. You were basically watching the case through her eyes the whole damn time, and I thought that was an interesting take. And I didn't even know he actually duped out of prison a couple times. I didn't know he escaped at all. He was kind of a crazy guy. Kind of makes me like not trust anybody, because now I know anybody could be a serial killer. And that movie is very well written. The guy who directed it is the guy who did the Ted Bundy tapes. I was gonna start watching that, but it looked boring, so I just put it down. I probably will watch it at some point. It just made me more kind of interested in Ted Bundy, so fuck it. You know what? I probably will watch that show. I probably will, and see how he really was. Other than that, John Malkovich is in it. He was great. The dude on Big Bang Theory, I can't remember his name, but he plays the annoying roommate. He was in it. I love him. Haley Joel Osment was in that fucking movie. I don't even know he acted anymore. Last movie I seen him in was Secondhand Lions. Paused it, looked at the guy, and I said, "Babe, do you know who that is?" "No." "That's I See Dead People kid." "Oh, that's the reaction I got." But I was like, oh shit, because I haven't seen him in... He got fat. He got a beard. Good for him. I bet he's living good. Especially now with that movie out. Even though he has a small role. But that was a good movie too. That Ted Bundy movie is really good. I would suggest watching that if you're, in the fiend of seeing a serial killer in front of your TV. It's a really good movie. I would sit down and watch that. It was very enjoyable. I'll probably watch anything now with Zac Efron if he plays another... I hope he plays Charles Manson next or something. I don't know. My next serial killer movie will probably be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but we know it's got to be fiction because it's Quentin Tarantino. I didn't see any other movies that are new to me. I haven't seen anything yet, but tomorrow's episode, if I do watch a new movie, I will let you guys know, and hopefully there'll be more news. There wasn't a lot of news besides this. The Hulu thing was the biggest thing. Star Wars, I already told you guys that I think it was going to be an Old Republic Star Wars. I was kind of right about that. Box office, Endgame still kind of crushing it. Detective Pikachu doing great. Hopefully going to shit the bed on that whole video game curse, because there's a lot of movies I still want to see that are I want to see be made into a movie. I still need to see Uncharted as a movie. That would be like the new generation Indiana Jones if they get it right. And that's all I have today. I know it's only 24 minutes, but I think that's enough news for you guys. And you guys have a wonderful day or night. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and get the word out and let my show grow. I've only got 66 viewers so far. So I need more. And subscribers and likes, because I'm not... I don't know what to say. I just know I want to keep doing this, and I want more people to watch. I want to inform more people, and You guys can help me by doing that. So just do that and give me some constructive criticism. Don't be an asshat or an asswipe. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow's episode. Bye.